Here are 5 unexpected ways to use zucchini, and none of them are zoodles. Of course, you know all about sauteing it and throwing it on the grill, but what makes these recipes special is that none of them look alike. So when you're stuck with dozens and dozens of zucchini left over, you can cook it every night and no 2 dishes will look the same. First up, zucchini enchiladas. I'm not just talking about adding the zucchini to the filling, I'm talking about skipping the tortillas and the carbs and wrapping the enchilada filling in zucchini. For this recipe, you want to grab some of the larger size zucchini because they'll be easier to roll. The easiest way to make these tortillas is to cut off the ends and then use a vegetable peeler to just peel thin strips. You don't need a mandolin. If you have one, this is a great time to use it, but a vegetable peeler will work just fine. You can fill this however you like. I'm doing a simple chicken enchilada filling, so I've got some onion and garlic sauteing, and I'll add in some chili powder, cumin, and a little oregano. Next, we'll stir in our cooked chicken, a can of green chilies, and about a cup of the green enchilada sauce. This filling is very easy and super flavorful. I like to go ahead and stir in some cheese into the filling and put the rest on top. You'll take about 3 or 4 strips, overlap them a little bit, and then stuff them with your filling, and then we'll just roll them up. All right, once they're all rolled up, we're gonna top it with some more sauce and cheese. Then we'll bake them until they're good, soft, and bubbly. Love the way that smells. We're not even gonna miss the carbs in this dish because it looks and smells so indulgent. Let's get into that perfect bite. Little messy, but let's see how it tastes. I love the zucchini in place of a tortilla because the tortilla sometimes hides the flavor. This is just like, you get all that gooey filling that you love the most anyway. Now we're gonna give our zucchini some chocolate goodness. Sounds kind of weird, but you've heard of zucchini bread before. Why not zucchini cake? So we start by grating it really finely, and then it's going to get all mixed up and cooked into the cake. I love this cake recipe because it's so easy. It comes together in one bowl. You can use your stand mixer or a regular mixer. I'm gonna start by adding all the dry ingredients. We'll add in our eggs and our oil, and you'll notice this batter is really thick. The zucchini is going to give off a lot of moisture, so you don't need to add water to this batter. All right, final step is to stir in some chopped walnuts. Of course, this is optional. If you want to leave them out, you can. You can definitely see the little flecks of zucchini throughout, but be not afraid, my friends. We're going to pour this into a 9 by 13, bake it for about an hour, and we'll have cake. Our cake has cooled, and now it's ready to be iced. You can ice this with whatever you like. I like a good cream cheese frosting, so that's what I'm gonna use. There is no way you can tell that zucchini is in here. That would make my kids happy. Finish this off by topping it with slices of zucchini. I'm just kidding. You'll wanna sprinkle some walnuts on the top to let people know that they're inside, just to give it a little zhuzh. Let's dig in. This looks so good. This is a good cake, y'all. You should definitely add this to your list. Next up, you know that summer salad we love so much, a good cucumber salad? We can make that same thing happen with zucchini. You'll slice your zucchini very thinly, and then we're just gonna whip up a little bit of a simple vinaigrette and toss it with some fresh herbs. It's the perfect light summer side. I wish you could smell this. Dang, I might like this better than the cucumber salad. To really maximize the flavor, we're gonna cover and refrigerate it for a couple hours to let all that come together. Our marinated zucchini has been sitting for a while. You have to try this, I'm telling you. This is obviously great served as is, which is what I'm gonna do today, but you could also add in some tomatoes here and serve it like as a tomato zucchini salad, or you could top it with a little feta cheese. You could just leave a jar of this in your fridge and just snack on them all week long. This right here is the perfect bite. I'll be honest, I did not expect to like these this much. So crunchy. It's time to turn this zucchini into soup. I'm somebody that can eat soup year round, but the good thing about this soup recipe is that you can serve it hot or cold. Very easy to make, starts like a lot of our soups by sauteing a little bit of onion and garlic. Next, we're gonna stir in our zucchini, and I like to add in 1 russet potato that's been peeled and chopped. This is gonna help get it extra creamy in the end. You cook this, stirring often, for about 10 minutes until the zucchini gets nice and soft. Everything's kind of coming together. At this point, I'm gonna add in some chicken stock. If you wanna keep this fully vegetarian, you could use vegetable stock here. Then we'll let it simmer for about 20 minutes. All right, our veggies are nice and tender, and now we're just going to puree this in a blender. You can do this in a couple batches in your regular blender. If you have an immersion blender, you can pop it on in right there, but a regular blender works just fine. Before you start blending, you have to remove the center of your top so that that steam can escape. Otherwise, you're gonna have hot soup in your face. At this point, you can enjoy it just like it is. It's creamy, it's rich, and it's really healthy because you haven't added anything creamy into it. But I gotta take it, one step further. I'm gonna bring it back to the stove and stir in just a little bit of heavy cream. You don't wanna bring it to a boil after you do this. Just add a little bit and then just heat it back through, and it's ready to serve. I like to top it with a little fresh dill just to brighten it up. You can do whatever fresh herb you like. Make a big batch of this. This is a great way to use up all of your zucchini. For this next recipe, we're gonna toss this zucchini into the fryer. We're gonna make zucchini puffs, kind of like zucchini fritters. These are gonna be like maybe healthier hush puppies. We'll start by grating our zucchini. If your zucchini becomes really watery after you've grated it, a good idea is to kind of squeeze it through some paper towels so that your batter's not too wet. This is a really great and easy summer appetizer. And now we're gonna stir in some complete baking mix. This is the buttermilk flavor. Once our dough has come together, we're gonna drop spoonfuls into the hot oil. They are so fluffy, soft, and pillowy in the middle, crunchy on the outside. This one deserves a cold beer. I like to serve this with a cool, creamy dip, something like a tzatziki or a ranch. A little ball of perfect biteness. This is a delicious way to enjoy your zucchini. From soups and starters all the way to dessert, I've got you covered when it comes to using up all that summer zucchini. When it comes to making delicious meals with zucchini, you can cook that. Once our dough has come together, we're gonna drop spoonfuls into the hot oil.
Why are you so happy about that?